Hello, it's Thursday, March 10th, 2022. I'm looking at chapter 5 of the Tao Te Ching. It's speaking to me as Nancy and I are in preparations for moving to the Sonoran Desert in Arizona in a month and a half. Chapter 5 says, the Tao has no preference for one thing over another. Everything belongs without distinction. Therefore, it never tires, and is always new and fresh. We, of course, make distinctions, exhausting ourselves by preferring this and disdaining that, clinging here and avoiding there. How sad. For we were made for quiet peace and joy. Now, there is absolutely no way to deny that Nancy and I would prefer to live in the Sonoran Desert rather than here in Northern California, where we are currently living. Otherwise, we would not be making the plans to move, and we would not be excited about getting there and anticipating the joys and the beauty of that part of the country that we love so much. So preferences are unavoidable. I have preferences. The question is, what part of my energy are those preferences going to consume? And how are they going to work with that energy? There's a natural flow of the Tao that allows a person to take one step after another in a direction that seems to be the direction in which that person is guided. That person's destiny seems to unfold in this direction. And there's an effortless quality about taking those steps and not forcing anything, but just stepping along toward the future, while all the time staying grounded in the present moment. So I have a preference for being in the Sonoran Desert, and I'm going to take the steps, along with Nancy, that follow the leading of that preference. But my peace and my joy are right here and right now. They're in the moment that I'm experiencing. If I'm following my preferences in order to have peace and joy and satisfaction, then as I continue to gain those preferences, the lack of peace, joy, and satisfaction will continue to impel me, to drag me forward instead of drawing me forward. So preferences are fine, but we must never let them take a position of, if you just had this, then you would be, have, whatever. My quiet peace and joy exists right here. I'm at peace. I have a great deal of joy in my life. And because of that, I'm able to take steps in a preferential way. It's the joy and the peace. It's the essential contentment that is a human being's birthright that allows them to take the steps to explore preferences. Of course, we have preferences. Where is our energy being consumed? Where are we living? Where are we drawing our peace and our joy and our contentment? Always and ever, just from the present moment. It's very important for Nancy and for me as we make the preparations to move, to continue to live very much in the present, to hold the preference for being somewhere else very lightly, very gently, and with a little bit of joy and enthusiasm, but not the kind of energy that allows us to become dissatisfied, anxious, urgent, and discontent from being where we are and having what we have. So it's the present moment that brings us joy. Preferences never bring us joy. They're just sort of fun to have, and they can guide us along in one direction or the other, always shifting if they need to. So remember, It's the joy and the contentment that's essentially yours right in the moment that allows you to take steps toward a preference. So we'll continue to kind of arrange things and clean things and do some of the uncomfortable things that make us ready for packing up the car and heading south. But it's from a sense of essential peace, joy, and contentment. So here I am in Northern California in the midst of great beauty and great joy and a lot of love. And I'll see you a little bit later.